Hello and welcome. I said I would be back because I'm not doing things today. So, yeah. Oh, why can't that? Why can't the keyboard actually work? Can I not? Can I not? Oh. Oh, great. Undo type in. Ah, the keyboard's not really working. Well, that's not very good, is it? Can we show the keyboard? No. I just cannot show chat now. Sorry, I'm having all kinds of issues now with this. Let me just quit that and then go back into it. There we go. That's better. That's better. Sorry about that. Okay, yeah. A little bit of a palate cleanser, a bit like a lemon sorbet. I'm going to be just building the Tarantula missile battery. So, just getting things set up. No, I did change the... change the quality to lower quality. Ah, there we go. That's better. Right, ready. Yeah, as I say, this is going to be a bit of a palette cleanser. Just going to build this Tarantula missile battery. Came out, what was it, last weekend? Or was it the weekend before? I can't remember. Either way, I got this a little bit later than I expected, than I wanted. There's still so much dust from last night. I'm not used to this from a Citadel kit. I won't hark on about it all stream. I'm kind of used to this from Forge World kits. Luckily, we've got a true plastic kit now to build today that won't have any dust, and it will be an absolute joy to build compared to the DPs. Hope you're well, whatever you're up to today. This will just be a kind of a short stream. I just would like to build these two, get the review out. I might interchange the review between these and the drop pods actually, because these are quite quick to put together, whereas the drop pods are quick to put together, but they just are a nightmare to clean up. 9 and 8. So 8 that side, 9 this side. I think I'll just go for one of each, especially if I can't hot swap them. Same plan as normal. I'll be taking all the parts off both the sprues, cleaning them all up, and then putting them together. You've got these two braces or whatever they're called. Yeah, you can't really go wrong with these large missiles. That's one sprue done. The other sprue. Yeah, I don't know whether these should have had their own bases. Maybe. The old ones didn't, so there is that. You know, after all of these like little kits, I mean, I know the drop pods aren't little kits, but after all of these kind of smaller kits like the Space Marines and these Tarantulas, I do wish for like a large tank kit. I haven't built a tank for quite a while. Well, I know I built the Karachnos, but yeah, looking forward to the Fellblade. I think I'll just buy one to begin with, and then see where we go from there. Again, with the fell blades, I'd like to buy two. Definitely get one, but I'd like to buy two to send that message that they're on the right track. Morning, Moxitron. How are you? Right, so 17. Uh, 15, 16. What's that one? It is 13, yeah. We'll go with these. Yeah, I think they could have doubled up on these box sets, put 4 in each. Even if they bumped the price to like £40, that wouldn't have been too bad, because then it's like £10 per battery, which again is quite a lot still, but you know, I think 4 in one box for 40 is better than 2 for £36. So what's the verdict on the plastic sprue today? Counterfeit Chinese. Oh, this is the real deal. This is, yeah. Oh, yeah. This is the real deal today. No worries. We're back to real plastic, made in England. And this says made in the UK. What did the drop pod say? Oh, that said made in the UK as well, but am I going to build rock pod? I love it. Rock pod number 2 for the review. I think I have to. Yeah. The kit itself, you know, comes with 2, doesn't it, Dimitri? So yeah, I think for the review, I don't think I've ever done a review where I've only had like 1 unit in that box. I don't think. Forgive me if I'm wrong there, but I try and avoid that. So yeah, it will be a review of both of them. So yeah, at some point today, I'm going to have to drag myself through the 2mm thick mold lines of the second one. I'll be wearing my full Breaking Bad outfit while I'm doing it to protect myself. Don't you worry. But yeah, this for the first one, we're going to go for the multiple missiles. Well, I'd like to see if we can have both weapon options for these, but I'm not holding my breath on that. But yeah, main goals today are to complete these tarantulas, get their review ready, and complete the other drop pod and get that review for tomorrow. Like, I know I'm going up against it today with those 2 goals, but if I've got any time left today, I'll be trying to finish that rapier unit. The actual rapier battery itself isn't that bad. It doesn't. What I mean by that is it doesn't take too long. If you think about it, it's just like a mini tank, isn't it? Really. The most time consuming part of those rapiers is kind of trying to decide what pose you want for the operators. Thank you, Dimitri, and thank you for your support. Much appreciated. Is it a exact duplicate, the drop pod? It is. It's an exact duplicate. Yeah, you're right. It's 2 sprues. It's 1 sprue that's duplicated, and then you get the 3rd sprue with the other wings or vanes, whatever you want to call them. The only difference really is what rocks you'd like to glue on the base, on the doors. But for this second one, I'm not going to glue any at all. I'm just going to leave it raw. Hey Lynx, how you doing? Good to see you. How are you getting on with your Space Wolves? Sorry that I couldn't unbox them and review them. One day. You know, it's not like I don't like Space Wolves or anything like that. Not that at all. It's just there's been so much other things to do. I said before I'd love to unbox and review them, give you my thoughts on them. Nice question there. Do any of you fine gentlemen understand Emperor's Children? I just support an army without knowing anything about Marines. Ah, okay. So Emperor's Children, I'm guessing is it a 40k army? Or is it a Horus Heresy one? Do you know? Because you know, if the models look quite old, there's some metal models in there and things, they're probably going to be 40k. If there's some resin, like some characters and things, then it could be Horus Heresy. But yeah, might even be worth posting a pic of it on the Discord. There's some very excitable Chaos Space Marine collectors in the Discord that will be able to answer any questions, or just keep writing them here. I do love the comments and the questions and things in the live stream. It really makes the live stream. I'm definitely one of those that reacts to what you guys write. A React streamer? No, I'm not even a streamer. I wouldn't even go that far. I need a whole big old setup for that, and a decent microphone. Oh, 40K, yeah, I kind of thought so, yeah, if you'd picked up one, yeah. 40K brand new in a box. Oh, so is that the new Emperor's Children box set? Very nice, yeah. That's yeah, wow. That's a good set. Came out a few months ago. Yeah, fire away. What questions did you have about it? Oh, you got the new Fulgrim. Oh, very nice. Yeah, Fulgrim is lovely. Are they all built, or are there some that are unbuilt or unfinished? Yeah, they are good. They're big as well. They're the biggest Chaos Space Marines they've released. Um, Not sure why. Could be size creep. Could be a guy called Fabius Bile who has been experimenting on Primaris, and he just experiments on the Space Marine gene seed anyway. So that might be an explanation. Because typically, like for Death Guard at least, they're bigger and sort of larger normally because of they're bloated because of the diseases and the viruses and things. And all those kind of explanations. But Emperor's Children don't really have anything like that to explain why they would be bigger. World Eaters, yeah, big slabs of muscle. Oh, you did hop into the VC for a bit last night. Yeah, I hopped in straight away. So sorry I missed you, Krieg. Yeah, I hopped into the Discord chat. The heat slows you down. Nauseous and tired. So my head gets nauseous. So forward slowly. How does it work when you unbox others' minis and send it after? What's the process? What? Oh, right. And send it after. What's the process? When you say send it, is it like when you say send it, you mean like building them and getting them ready and reviewing them and things like that? That's an interesting question. Definitely indulge you, my friend. Well, basically, the way I operate is normally I will be there on a Saturday morning, like 10 to 10 or so in the morning. There's no real reason to be there at half nine or anything. And then I'll be on the websites, refreshing them, checking for pre-orders and things. I'll pre-order them, and then unfortunately we've got a 2-week pre-order process at the moment, which means we get the models 2 weeks after they're up, which is a shame. I'd rather them go back to weekly. I think 2 weeks, half a month is too long for them to have your money for without any product. Imagine if that was the case for. Well, you can't really say that about food, which is a bit, you know, you can't really do that because yeah, food has use by date and you need the freshness and all those things. But imagine if they did it for like, I don't know, watches or trainers. And we're just talking like normal off the shelf products. We're not talking about like limited edition watches and um, custom bespoke products. But if you bought anything like that, like trainers, and then you had to wait 2 weeks, I think that's just too long. I don't know. That's not me being impatient. I'm more than happy to wait for things. But yeah, for these products at the moment, I don't think they'll ever go back to 1 week pre-orders. I think this is it now. This is the, you know, if anything, they might try and push for 3 week pre-order window, and then a month, and then at that point you're kind of like a subscription service, but a really bad one. But yeah, then I'll get the models like the 2 weeks after. My post is terrible. It's just Royal Mail. Royal Mail are just bad. They used to be all right. They used to have one up. They set the precedent, in my opinion. You know, you used to get post at I say a reasonable time. Now they just deliver parcels and post like whenever. I've had things turn up 4 or 5 o'clock in the afternoon, which is an absolute joke. You know, if you're reliant on, you know, unboxing videos and making content, they're just terrible to deal with, because you kind of have to stay in all day just for that. Because you know that I've had so many red slips through the doors and things to say undelivered or attempted delivery. They won't even try and deliver it to like a neighbour or anything. So yeah, you spend the day kind of stuck indoors waiting for things to be delivered, and then they're delivered late. So I'll do the unboxings of them when I do receive them. So recording them, then exporting them. Oh, sorry, importing them. Exporting, then importing, then editing, then exporting, then uploading, and then building them, and then kind of doing that process again, really. So yeah, it's quite time consuming. It's not a full-time job. Like I wouldn't say I'd spend full-time hours on it, like 40 hours or 50 hours a week, but definitely part-time hours, definitely. I don't know whether that's answered your question. At the moment, you're working on blood claws. Nice to hear that. Going to be building that for a while. Depends on how quickly you can put them together. Hope you do a scale comparison of a dreadnoughts once you have Saturnine. Definitely, Trazen. Definitely, that is the main goal. When I first saw that Saturnine dreadnought, I thought, yeah, that's a size comparison with the Telemon and the Redemptor. The Invicta Warsuit. Should I? Nah. The old school dreadnought as well, like Boxy. What else? Just normal Contemptor, the Leviathan, the Radio, Thanatar as well. Do a comparison. I mean, they both have plasma in a way, don't they? So I'm looking forward to the the other Saturnine Dreadnought when that releases though too. I really hope they don't release that and the Fellblade in the same week. You know what they're like though. They will. Right, I think that's all the pieces kind of tidied up, so we'll just give them a quick shave. Might be worth shaving these once they're on. Yeah, we could do that. Oh. I only used this Revel glue yesterday. Should be okay. Or it might not be. Right, so this is blocked, and normally I'll try a couple of things, like jab it with the scalpel. This might not work. No, that doesn't work either. So we've got a full blockage. So what I do is I either keep a box of matches nearby, or this tool, my Mechanicus taser goad, and I just burn the tip, and that clears it up well. No, safety pin is too thick. Well, the safety pins that I have. Oh, let me read some more of your comments. Are Noise Marines exclusive for the Emperor's Children? Don't they have an ally thing? I think they do have an ally thing. Like, I think you can use, like for Undivided or something, I think you can use like Plague Marines in an army, like Noise Marines. Oh, the Noise Marine with the guitar. Yeah, that's cool. Yeah. That's a good point about simplicity of a 30k army. However, I mean, the rules. There's a lot of subphases and things in the new rules. If you guys have watched that video of how to new rules and things, yeah, some things have got more complicated, but other things less. I don't know why they needed to add extra letters and things to those profiles. You know, what's so wrong about just putting attacks? Why they had to put fire points or FP or whatever? Seems a bit. Because attacks, you know what you're getting yourself into, because the attacks can be universal. You can have attacks for your weapon, attacks for your melee weapon. I will be getting the Space Marine army book. That'll be the first book I pick up. But I will stagger them. I'm not going to blow a whole £200 plus on those army books straight away, because they still have not taken my advice. We're now in the 2nd edition, and all of these rules, all of the army lists and things should be free. You're spending £200 on a box set at the end of the day. You know, it's not quite a games console, but you know, we're getting there, and you don't have to pay to update your games console. It just gets updated for free, and there's definitely a cost behind that. And likewise with Warhammer, all the rules should be free, all the data sheets should be free, because they know that some good rules sell models. And I was able to get my hands on some of the rules, you know, a long time ago, and I, you know, if I like the look of the rules, that would motivate me for picking up the unit, or not picking up the unit. Actually, works both ways. But at least it gives hobbyists, gamers, collectors, players like a preview. Before they buy the mini. And now the only kind of preview you're going to get is from like videos here, or if you go in the store and have a look at the book, or if you buy the book first. Which, I mean, if you've already got that army, then yeah. Right. Luckily, unlike the drop pods, these are relatively easy to clean up. There's hardly any mold lines. The join areas where there's the excess sprue is manageable. You know, but that's a negative too with these tarantulas, is they are so quick and easy to build that, you know, you'll have 4 of them. Like, I'll have 4 of them now, and that's £72. And I just think that £72 could go towards... Is Kratos about that? I mean, Thanatar's 63, so yeah, you could get a Thanatar and still have change. There's no doubt these are overpriced. Like, I strongly believe that. Right, let's start gluing a few of these things in. So they say don't glue these. They say just leave them as they are. Okay. Right, that's that kind of done. This, not sure about this. Go on there. Bit unfamiliar with this kit. It's a little bit different than the tarantulas, sentry guns. Right, so that's that thing sort of done. We might as well get the feet done as well. I do like these. It's just, yeah, I don't know. I don't think they could have made these feet and base any differently to pose the feet or to increase the height of them. I think this is just it. It's the best they could kind of come up with. But that goes like so, and then this thing pops on there, I think. And then we'll have the missiles coming off of that. I might as well just clean those missiles up and then glue them onto that, and that's that one done. And we've just got another one to do. With 40k, I always feel the need to convert everything I get your hands on. Horus Heresy, that doesn't even make sense. Yeah, good point. Does the machetes work? Does matches work? Yeah, matches does work. Yeah. Yeah, good point, Krieg. Good point. You did try and get some models that are playing instruments and not drummer. Yeah, you could make a little 40k band. The Horus Heresy starter kit is an incredible deal for Games Workshop standards, but yeah, that doesn't mean the rules are good. Yeah, good point. I've never had the I've never had the bottle of glue explode. I think, forgive me if I'm wrong, but I think it's a little bit like fuel, in that the actual, is the gas more flammable than the liquid itself? I don't know. That's kind of what I'm thinking. So a little bit on the tip would go up in flames quicker, but anyway, I'm still here. It's fine. Okay, well, I hope work goes well, Dimitri. Yep. Good to speak to you again. Yep. Hope works nice and smooth. It's not enjoyable. It's not really enjoyable, but hope it just goes smooth for you and quick. Scott, hey mate, first time you caught a stream for a while. How are you handling with the heat? Thank you for asking, Scott. Yeah, heat's fine at the moment. It's not really that warm here in Norfolk right now. Yesterday was a bit humid. Yeah, I don't have aircon or anything like that here. And I'm one of these crazy people that will go for a run in sort of 27, 30 degree heat. Yeah. Just because I like to chill in the evenings. You know, if I went running and I've looked at the weather and things, I've seen it at like 7, 8 o'clock. It's not that much different than like 4 or 5 o'clock. Maybe it's a degree or two cooler, but yeah, I can't bring myself to go running at 8, 9 o'clock in the evening, because for me, the way my body is, I like to just cool down and just chill, and you know. But thanks for asking. How's the heat where you are? I mean, I'd rather do Warhammer, do the hobby in the winter and the autumn. Autumn's fantastic time to do it. You know, all the leaves are changing and things. Autumn's probably, I kind of want to say autumn's my favourite time of the year. It might beat summer. Summer's good, but I'm always out and about. But yeah, autumn and winter definitely my favourite times for doing the hobby. Can have nice cups of tea. Can have a little heater on. Whereas yeah, working working on the hobby and the minis when it's really hot is, yeah. I can only imagine what it's like painting. I mean, you know. Your paints dry up more, your brush dries up more. I'd say you definitely need a high level of concentration to paint and to do what I'm doing. Yeah, some annoying little mold lines in between these missiles, but they're not too bad. Now that I've built a drop pod, like drop pod's like the top worst mold lines of any mini I've had the experience with. I kind of want to put it in the scenery category. But I'd just be lumping it with all the other hard to work with scenery pieces. Whereas if I keep it in the miniature category, then it becomes the hardest to work with kit. Not because there's lots of pieces and things, it's just because the plastic is crap, and there's lots of hard mold lines. But yeah, I'm not looking forward to building that later. I'm looking forward to making the review, just not looking forward to building it. But I am taking one for the team with that kit. It's freezing. Oh wow. It's freezing for you. I live in the perfect landing site for another Norse raid. Yeah, this is true. I do. Yeah, on my travels around Norfolk, I do see some people and I think, yeah, definitely a Viking. Or descendants were a Viking or something. Like, yeah, there are some strong people around. There really are. I'm not originally. You can tell from the accent. I'm not originally from Norfolk anyway. I wasn't born here or anything like that. So it's not really the only kind of connection I have with Norfolk is I've lived here most of my life now. So it's the only thing. But I've got no. I wasn't born here. No genetics here or anything like that. So. Your sausage rolls are ready. Oh, right. Okay, nice. Enjoy your sausage rolls. You're not a huge fan of the drop pods? Well, join the club. Worst kit I've experienced in years. Yeah, they really are that bad. Okay, let's glue these missiles. They look all right. I mean, they're not groundbreaking or anything. I still prefer the Hyperios missile launcher from Forge World. I miss that kit. Oh. Yeah, they purposely leave a gap here. Hey, I am really looking forward to building some good Horus Heresy kits with you guys over the next couple of months. I'll be live streaming a lot more now. I might just throw this away now. There's hardly anything left at all. Probably like a millimeter. I completely bodged that up, so I need some tissue. That'll be fine. That's one done. Oh yeah, you're in Australia, so it's winter. Yeah. I had isn't that Gecko Dragon viewer on the live stream last night, and they were in Australia. They're talking about New Zealand as well. They were mainly talking about the prices and things. And I think they were asking the question. They weren't sure on whether they wanted to get they should have got the Saturnine box set or wait and get everything individually. And I kind of sort of said, well, you know, it's winter there now. It's a good time to get that box set because then you'll have it as a project. And then they went on to say about they're only interested in some of the kits in the set and things like that. But right, so these are the missiles, and the way they go on is like that. And yeah, they have to be glued, I'm afraid. You could magnetize them, all right. I'm throwing that out there. You could put a small magnet in there, but it have to be a very small flat magnet and a tiny magnet there. I don't know whether it would hold it up. That's quite a big chunk of plastic. Yeah, that's a shame. Why could they not have just incorporated the plug and socket method with these? Well, we're going to glue them on anyway, because I haven't had magnets for months. They don't really go very... The trajectory isn't very steep either. This targeting thing, pointless. Pointless having that loose. They look all right. I'm going to glue this targeting thing in. Bit of glue in there. Right, so that's one there. That's fine. Missile. We might as well build this missile and put it on this this tarantula. Did I literally just drop that? Yeah, I did. Okay, so that can go over there ready for the review for spare parts. And we'll just put this missile together. Yeah, worth getting rid of a couple of those. Join points. The loss of closable doors on the pod is Scott, you should have been here for the live stream yesterday. Honestly, I as Krieg will attend to, he'll confirm that I was cooking yesterday over them. It's also the fact that they completely replaced the old kit as well, which does not sit well with me. Like, I don't mind it sometimes when they replace old kits. Trigon would be a perfect example, or the Baneblade. Although I still would have liked for them to have the resin Baneblade. Don't know why. It would have been more expensive, but it would have been and less detail actually as well. But it still would have been quite cool to have a resin Baneblade. But yeah, the Trigon plastic kit, way better. Understandable that they replaced it. These drop pods though, they are worse in every single way. Yeah, they've done Space Marines dirty with these. My only hope is that they don't do it for the tanks, like the Rhino and the Predators. That would be diabolical. It's like, oh, you can still get Predators and Rhinos, but much less quality and worse plastic and less detail. But you can still get them. It's like that would be such a kick in the teeth to Space Marine players, collectors. It's like I'd rather them not have any of those models at all. All right. Look at these missiles. Yeah, it would be nice to get some bigger cataphractii. I think they're on the way, according to the little image. which may or may not be a Cataphractii like Sergeant. I think it is, but we'll see. The Tartarus pattern need more of a refresh than the Cataphractii, though. The Tartarus are so small; they are tiny. Yeah, that's a fair point. Links, Vikings coming over and raping and pillaging, it is one thing. But have you heard of the British Empire? Yeah. We I'm not taking any credit. They know how to take things or borrow it, should I say? No, I don't think it is Xenotech. You've always had like jet bikes and hovering rhinos. You've always had that in the lore, in the artwork. Land speeders. You've always had anti-grav technology in the Imperium of Man. You've got to remember that the Imperium of Man was incredible for its time. So technologically advanced. I think it's fine, and I think it works, and the narrative needed to be pushed forward. It had been like that for so long. It had been, the corpse emperor and all those things. I think it needed to be pushed along. So I'm fine with it. Just trying to work out how this connects though. At the moment, how does it connect? Where does it connect? Maybe I'm using a different one. Should it be this one? No. Maybe it's this side. So it goes on like that. Okay. We'll go with that. We'll go with that. See how this pans out. Okay. Yeah, I keep thinking that it's meant to cover the whole of that, but it doesn't. And then this side, yeah. Okay, I'll put this on here. Okay. Right. That's that on as well. So that's both of those ready for this final one. Yeah, have a good one, Dimitri. Bye bye. Oh yeah. I prefer Cataphractii as well. Cataphractii is my is it my favourite Terminator armor? I don't know. I like the Indomitus. I do like the dog pattern Terminator armor. I don't know. Cataphractii is cool. I've got two here actually. Just as we were talking about it, I've got two Death Guard. So I've got Tartarus and Cataphractii, and they both are similar sized. These are Death Guard. Are they Grave Wardens and Death Shroud? I think they're Death Shroud. Got to be Death Shroud, but they're similar sized, really. They work, but do they work with Mark III? Kind of. I think they could be a bit bigger, but hey, look, if size is your biggest issue, then yeah, hey, there are bigger things to have an issue about. In my opinion, anyway. Right, so these missiles, I'm not going to build them. They're just going to be spare parts. These ones, and then all we have to do is just clean up these. And then what I'll do is I'm not going to end the live stream after 66 minutes. I'm just going to carry on with the rapiers. Maybe I can get the rapiers done as well in this live stream. That would be quite cool. But as you can see, these tarantulas, if you weren't talking like I've been doing for the past hour, you could easily smash these out in half an hour. Easily. That's half an hour for £36 worth. Oh, thanks, Lynx. You're not being an ass at all. No, likes do help. I think I got like 400 odd views from the live stream last night of the drop pods, so I'm pretty chuffed about that. That's really cool. I don't do it for views or likes or anything like that. I mean, I've always said if I've helped like one person with the video, then that's been worth it for me. If I was bothered about likes, views, money, I'd be live streaming on Kick as opposed to like Twitch, as opposed to YouTube. You know, YouTube is the worst for sort of money and things like that. The only reason why I live stream on YouTube is because I think it's quite accessible. Like if you're a member on the channel and you subscribed, you don't have to leave YouTube. You can stay on it and get a notification that I'm live. It's just easier for existing members, I think. Would I ever move over to Twitch? Yeah, probably. I'd have to get a nice setup and things though first, I think. But yeah. Nice one. Your first Terminators were the old Metal Chaos Terminators. Yeah, really cool. Yeah, the Metal Terminators were awesome. I tell you what, I would actually say that Terminators are the models that got me into Warhammer K, like fully. Because when I was a kid, I had a paper round in a shop, and that shop sold a little bit of Warhammer 40k. Now, back then, you could buy a tactical squad, 10 Space Marines. I think it was either £8 or £10. I want to say £8 though, for 10 Space Marines. Amazing. And didn't get much money for the paper round, but I know that these Terminators, for 5 of them, I think it was £15, which was a lot of money. And so I did this paper round, and I saved up like 2 weeks to get this box of 5 Terminators. And the only option they had in them was the Power Fists, the Storm Bolters, the Sergeant had the Power Sword, and then one of the Terminators had the Heavy Flamer. And they were just so like stoic looking, but still small. But they didn't have invulnerable saves back then either. They just had straight up 2+ saves. And I don't know why, but that just, for me, that was enough. Going from 3+ Space Marine saves, because all my friends had Space Marines and things, going from 3+ saves to 2+ saves, and then having these things called power fists, which could not only instant kill other Space Marines, but they could also, I think, insta-kill vehicles and dreadnoughts as well, or cause them a lot of damage. I mean, back then we had armor values for the different sides of the vehicle, and you either got glancing hits or penetrating hits, so we didn't have any hull points and things. So, you know, strength 8 against the side armor of a Predator, which was like, I think 11 or 12 at the time. You know, you need like a 4+, like 50-50 chance of getting a penetrating hit. And then if it got a penetrating hit on a 4, 5, and 6, it was blown up. So your Terminators would be going around the battlefield, taking a lot of firepower, but popping tanks or punching other Space Marines. It was great. But yeah, they really, you can tell, can't you, from how I'm talking about them. They left a big impact on me. What do I think of the quad batteries? What, the Arachne? I mean, it's all right. I think the propaganda with that thing is big. I've got 2 points to make about it. One is they really made it overpowered. Well, in the trailer, yes, you could say that, you know, the Salamanders were ambushed by the Iron Warriors. Okay, whatever. But let's face it, it was a lucky shot on the fuel tanks of a Fellblade to cause it not to explode, but, you know, crash, essentially. So they really did sell it quite well in the trailer. I personally, instead, I don't know whether I'd had the Saturnine Dreadnought. I think it had to be there, but I would have. It seems odd having what kind of looks like an anti-air platform in that kit. It just looks out of place compared to everything else there. I probably would have saved that model and put something else in the kit. I don't know what. But I would have saved that model for a Xiphon Interceptor army set or box, because I think that's where it would shine. I'm just waiting for the announcement of the plastic Xiphon Interceptor. Waiting for Games Workshop to stay true to their word about there being more of a focus on flyers in this edition. Hopefully there is, but. Right, that's the legs. Yeah, so same plan as before. We're gonna, we are actually gonna glue this in. Where are my side pieces? Here and here. Okay, I need those. Not sure why I put them back. Yeah, the second point I wanted to make about that Arachne, oh no, I made the 2 points about it, yeah. How powerful it was and how much they've sold it, and also I think it should be bundled with a Xiphon Interceptor or something. Oh, sorry, the third point I wanted to make as well, actually, while we're still here, is I will be a fan of it if the base of the model goes on to, for Games Workshop to build like a quad las cannon turret, you know, like in the Space Marine 2 game, those quad las cannons, Icarus las cannons. We've had them before, but to have a Horus Heresy kind of twist to it would be welcome. Maybe have a different weapon system that we haven't seen before as well. Could they do plasma? Yeah, possibly. If they can do autocannons, they can do plasma. Quite sure of that. Volkite, possibly. Right, so same plan as before with this. So they go on like so. Okay. Yeah, I'll give them a quick once over. There is a join line on these missiles, so just be wary of that. As with most cylindrical objects in this hobby. Okay, let's just put that on. Right, last bit to glue. Okay, just having your own little chat. It's all good. Yeah, I'll glue this missile on, give you a little showcase of them, and then I think I'm due a coffee. Buy me a coffee. Yeah, I'll do that now. That's quite an interesting take then. So one missile joins one side to the other, and the other missile joins lateral to medial. Or minoris, majoris to minus. Majoris to minoris, yeah. So if I glue that on, yeah, I would have preferred if they both had the same join line, and I would have preferred it lateral to medial rather than yeah, the other side. That's a bit odd. These don't look too bad. They don't look as bad as I initially thought they would. Yeah, okay. I'm going to have the targeting up there, and then that goes on there like so. Again, these don't really the angle doesn't go all the way back. I kind of understand why. It'd probably be quite difficult for them to do, but yeah, they're not at the right angle I would like them to be. I'd like them to be well, not 90 degrees, but certainly like 60 or 70 degrees. But at the moment they're barely 40. So yeah, that's the only downside I see with them, other than the price. But yeah, that's the two that I've made this morning. Nice little addition to the Force. Will I ever use them? No, they're just going to be kind of like scenery, really. Yeah, but they look all right, and I'll do a review for you, and the review will be Wednesday for those two. The review tomorrow will be the drop pods. Yeah. The one thing I might just do for the drop pod is glue that silly door and glue. Okay, well, I'll take some of the bits of the sprue off it, but I won't file it and things in this, and I'll just crack on with the rapiers. So we'll take that off. Okay. Right. So get ready to build these rapiers. I think I actually have to. Yeah, I do. I have to clean them off. These would be great if they were 4 for £40, or I don't know, 4 for £20. 4 for £20 would be great, and they'd sell so many more multiple box sets. I reckon you're going to see these. I don't think these will sell well, and I think you'll see them in like army box sets and things. Those minis will be like the free minis that you get in the box set to give you that perceived value. I wonder if they'll appear in the Horus Heresy kind of battle force if we're going to get one for Christmas. Right, I'll just glue this on. Yeah, this piece is just so stupid. This bit is just diabolical. Anyway, right, as I say, I'm literally just going to put these eagles on because I know that these will. Is there 4 or 5? Why do I think that should be 5? Yeah, there should be 5. Am I missing one somewhere then? just knew that that would fall off the table. Just had a feeling. Ooh. All right, so we'll put these on. And then I know that all I've got to do is just the winglets. Do the winglets later, put it together, get the review out. I'll go through the rules as well. I'm guessing they've got rules in the 40k codex. I think they do. Been ages since I reviewed drop pods. Right. So kind of. That will go there. I don't think these would fit this in without it falling apart. I mean, we can try. We can try. Is that your answer? See, these go in so well when you put glue in, but for some reason dry, they don't like to play ball. Oh, okay. All right, that will do for now. So yeah, I'm keeping one rockless and the other one with a load of rocks. Now, any spare parts for those. So what I've done here is I've kept like is that a fist? Yeah, it's a fist. I've kept the 3 different arms really, that I didn't use for these, and then I'm going to use those 3 in my second set for the Rapier Laser Destroyer and Quad cannons. So yeah, it's just these 2 which are duplicates, and unfortunately there are mold lines in the tracks. So, and there's mold lines on the heavy bolters. The Graviton is up. Yeah, there's Graviton, there's some mold lines. Yeah, these should be all right. But yeah, they're coming very soon. As I say, I'm just going to pop and grab a coffee. Not a cold coffee, unfortunately. Just a normal heat temperature one. So I will be back in a sec. Right, I'll be back in a moment, and then we'll crack on with this rapier, and we'll clean up the arms. We'll glue the arms and the heads on and things. Then we'll work on the rapiers, and that's pretty much me done for live streaming today. So yeah, I'll be back tomorrow with a review, of course. I'll be back in a moment. Okay, I am back. Okay, right. So, there's another Doredio I made earlier. Very similar poses. I might go really extreme for the las cannon, the Arachnus las cannon one. That's another thing. Why can't we have a turret, a tarantula, or arachne with a Arachnus las cannon? Why can't we have that? That'd be nice. Oh, right. Right, so I don't think I need instructions. I can't remember. I can't remember if I had instructions or where the instructions went. Oh, here they are. I don't think I need them, but I've got them here anyway. I think it's all quite straightforward. I've already pre-selected these poses for this crew. I think my blade needs changing. I mess up even with instructions though, Scott. Know this by now. Even when I've got instructions, I'll go off-piste, I guess you could call it, and end up yeah, butchering a model. Okay. Um, I might use the pouches for these as well. You get a few pouches. You get this really cool like servitor thing as well. Yeah, you get two pouches, which isn't the best. I would have liked to have seen more accessories with this rapier squad, but you know, like maybe one holding ammunition or not a toolbox, but something. It's holding something rather than like they're targeting data slates or whatever you want to call them. That's what I'd call them. Weapons data slates, tactical data slates. A mechanized kangaroo? No. Well, you see those mechanized, I always forget their name. You know, the orangutans that Mechanicus use, or is it Inquisition use? Geleros? Jollet? I can't remember them. Someone will instantly know what they're called. I'm going to have to Google it. It's on the tip of my tongue. Jackaroos, there you go. Thank you. Yeah. Have something like that, but for kangaroos. Are jackaroos their own race, though? Or are they just modified? I don't think they feature that much in the literature, do they? From what I remember. Didn't Ark and Land have something similar to that within? Oh, yeah. Good point, yeah. Did I? Yeah, I did clean up the heads. Good. I like the underslung bolt gun that these have. Or should I say one of them has. It's quite nice. I'm not sure whether you could use it for another Space Marine though. Just really looking forward to the Mark IIs. I could build my own little Crusader force to go up against some orcs. I would like way more orcs in the force. I really would. Just thinking about them now. But then again, I'd like more Eldar. I would love to have got a Phantom Titan. I saw that the Tyranid Biotitan was in stock again. Or should I say Maxim saw that it was. And yeah, he's good at spending my money, he is. Yeah, that might be on the cards. It definitely would have been on the cards to pick that model up this year if Horus Heresy, 2.0 wasn't just around the corner. Yeah, I'd love to give you all an unboxing and sort of build guide and review of that kit. they use different resin for the body compared to the legs, like a lighter, foamier resin. Anyway, let me clean these up. So these are all, yeah, they're quite well cleaned. Good. Yeah, that kind of rings a bell, yeah. Actually see what I'm doing. I don't know if you guys can see what I'm doing. Maybe I need to move the camera down a bit. It's probably better, isn't it? Sorry, I need to get the camera set up more permanently. This is just a temporary fixture. Maybe even having 2 cameras, that might work. I like this harness as well. I think these are good inclusion. I mean, it makes sense as well. You know, that these data slates would be on a like a servo harness, so it frees up the Space Marine's arms to do other things. Makes it a bit more secure as well, and it's probably powered by the power armor itself. Well, that sounds good, Ghost. Thank you for that. I'll check that out. I never really had an issue with the Whirlwind missiles. I think they've always been all right. But it's nice that you can use those for it. You know, anything that makes an existing kit a bit more interesting, a bit more unique is great in my books. I can't believe I missed this one. Space Marine hands, like individually, are quite quite easy to miss. Probably why you don't see that many of them in kits. They're normally moulded onto the arm itself. I'll say as soon as I finish these, I'll move over to the rapier itself. We're going to build both of the weapons and see if they're interchangeable. I don't know if they are. I know this kit has been out a couple of weeks, but still relatively new to it. This is my first one that I'm building. Would I buy any more in the future? Yeah, only if I was building a list, and maybe for like collection purposes, I'd probably get another quad launcher one and rapier laser destroyer one. But I don't know if I'd get another heavy bolter. I doubt I'd get heavy bolter or grav. Yeah, if anything, I'd get another laser destroyer one, if anything. So yeah, we'll just put that head over there. Right, we'll start preparing these heads. Is this an Iron Warrior army? No, it's not Iron Warriors. I have 6 legions, and these will most likely be all for Dark Angels. I don't know which weapons I would equip the Heretic Legions with. Probably the quad. The quad or the laser. Well, that's the heads done. Yeah, I couldn't get the news and pre-order video for yesterday out last night, like midnight. I set it for upload, and yeah, it was taking up quite a while, which was a bit odd, but yeah, it eventually uploaded, and that's why I made it public this morning. So that was the earliest I could do it because I was working yesterday, which is annoying, but I got it out as early as I possibly could. And I think everybody, well, in a way, I'd like to think everybody enjoyed the drop pod. live stream, which, yeah, I wouldn't have been able to do if I'd just concentrated on the news and pre-order video. I think normally more people watch the live streams than that news and pre-order video. And they do take me quite a while to make, actually. Normally I could kiss goodbye to my whole Saturday morning when I make those, because I talk about things for probably about half an hour, 40 minutes, and then I have to go back and watch it and edit it, and then upload it. So it's a good between 2 and 3 hours of a Saturday morning gone. Right, now I'm just going to glue these together because these are all finished. So I haven't cleaned up these parts because I'll kind of put them to one side ready for the second rapier unit. But yeah, let's just straight up build this one. I wanted to have this one not with the binoculars. Oh wow, yeah, this is yeah, I have no idea how this is going to work. Let's try it first of all. Let's just gently lay that down. So I think for this one I've gone for the Space Marine holding a targeter. Like that. And then the other arm I've gone pointing. Got the finger of doom. Yeah, that sort of works. What head should we go for? I think we'll go for this one. I want him to be looking at the scanner. Yeah, that looks good. Then we'll put the pauldrons on. I mean, there's plugs and sockets for the shoulders, but what I would do is, well, you can cut them off. You can cut the little plugs off. So that works well. Where does this attach to? just to the power plant, but where? All the power plants are the same. I think it attaches like the curvature of the power plant. And it goes, I want to say around this bit. It doesn't show a very good a good view of it. But I've got an idea. There you go. So I've glued the servitor like where his hand is pointing. So he's kind of like looking with the servitor is assisting him while he's looking at that scanner, just to check. I think that's quite cool. I'm happy with the way that's turned out. Yeah, that's yeah, very good. No pouch for him. He's just the crouching one. I actually don't know where I could fit the pouches, to be fair. I put the pistols and the holsters on these, but I might as well just put a pouch in there somewhere. Yeah, that works well. If I give it the same angle, there you go, that's fine. And then maybe on this one. Now on this one. Yeah, that works too. Okay, right, now we'll work on this harness thing. Yeah. Which is this one, and it's a bit of an odd one. Yeah, because I'm not sure exactly where this attaches to. I'm gonna say it attaches to the bottom of the power plant. See what happens when I do this. Okay. And then they want this massive data slab thing to connect there. Oh, jumps out at me. Yeah, they kind of put this on first, and then they put the arms on. So again, we'll see how this goes. Very... All right. That actually went on there better than I expected. To play it safe, though, we're gonna do the left arm first. Why did I do that? Right. This is a very tricky part of the rapier, is the squad. I'm not going to glue his hand to the data slate, but what I will do is glue his 2 fingers on here, though, because I know that's going to be tricky as. That's really cool. I like how he's touching the mouse or the ball on there. Even in the 31st millennium, you're going to have mice. It's like a trackball, I think it looks like. Again, as you're well aware, all the shoulder pads are interchangeable with legions and things, so there's no reason why you couldn't put your own on. I kind of like these, though. They're a bit unique. I haven't really seen these before. For this one, I'm going to use a normal head for this one. Yeah, that's fine. He's busy working away, sending that email to HR. Yeah, the shoulder holder might go flush on that one because of the harness underneath his armpit. That's fine now. Right, then to remain. So this one has actually got a, I don't know what you call it, firing trigger. Again, another computer that needs to be attached. quite fiddly, these pieces. Good luck, everyone. Yeah. Once again, I'm going to glue this hand. Now this one's a bit strange because you've got, yeah, I don't know how to approach this, whether to, I'm going to put his arm on first and then this firing trigger, which I don't know where it connects to. Whoops, certainly not the base. Oh, okay, so it just goes into his power plant, magically into the power plant. That's the problem when the hand is glued better than the shoulder. There you go. That's fine, it works, it's hidden away. Let's see what the final pose is. Final pose is holding the binoculars and I want to say pointing. No, he's just holding his, I think, we have this one and then that one. Yeah, kind of works. Yeah, that works fine. Tell you what, I'm pleased I had that coffee because these have been trickier than I expected. Trickiest part of the kit. You do need a fair bit of patience and I don't know, precision. Yeah, wow, another great mini. And then we've got this one with the underslung bolter, which doesn't actually show, but can we put that on anyway? We can't put it on along with this weapon here, so we're gonna have to remove that. My bad. Unless we just change the arm, but I'm not kind of willing to do that. Yeah. Oops, came off quite well. Let's give it a bit of a clean up. Can I put a hole in the barrel? Nah, too risky. Too risky. Oop. Clearly not a strong hand. So this arm should just slot into there. Yeah. Bizarre way of doing that, but it works. It's fine. And there we go. That is the crew. Probably will take the longest part of the whole build, maybe. Deciding what poses you want, and then the finicky nature of them. But really nice crew. Better than I expected. Decent set of Space Marines there. Yeah, I'm a fan. Now we're on to the fun bit. Is it the fun bit? It's all fun, isn't it? No worries, Scott. Have a good one. Yeah, no worries, Links. Nice to see you again. Have a good one. I'm gonna finish building these. I've got to do these ×2, haven't I? I've got to build a. We'll go for a Grav and a Gravis heavy bolter. I'm hoping we can swap them, but I don't know. I don't know if we can. We'll see. We'll see what happens. For the review, I'm going to build one of each, though. And what I'm going to do is, if this live stream, I'm just going to build this Graviton or the heavy bolter, and then call it a day. Because I've already been streaming for over 2 hours. And once I build one of these in stream, I'll be having some food, do some other things, and then finish that drop pod. So there's 1, 2, 3 of these. And that's it for the Graviton, just those parts. Let's get the heavy bolter ready as well, because yeah, we'll get this set up. It's really easy for that. This big ammunition box though, for the heavy bolter at the back. You'd expect it to be really. I'm going to call it and just say that the tracks are going to be the most time-consuming part. Oh, so you only get one. Ah, right. You only get one handle, which will either go for the ammunition for the grav or the ammunition for the heavy bolter. Interesting. I wonder if you can actually do it twice then. Anyway, let's get these the tracks and the little rapier itself ready. So that's a 1. A 2. Where's the final weight box thing? It's there. This thing at the front. I don't know. Maybe it's a weight box. I would think it's a weight box to counterbalance the ammunition box on the back. Maybe. Certainly looks like those on the front of tractors. And then just the tracks. You get a lot for these kits. I know they're expensive, but you do get a fair chunk. So I mean, maybe you could get away with just buying one of these kits. Like if you just wanted the laser destroyers, for example. You had no interest with the quad launchers or the heavy bolters or the graviton. You just wanted 2 rapiers with laser destroyers. That would be a good good option. I don't know what this number 5 is for. Oh, it's the final thing. One of the final things. I'll put that there. We need 11. 10. And we're back to 9. So it looks like it's the same procedure for the other one. It's just duplicated. So the tracks go on exactly the same way. But all the tracks are numbered differently, so you need to keep them in an order. But yeah, nice little project, these. There we are. That's that sprue done as well. We're smashing through the sprues today. Right. Just going to pop and get a drink of water though, before I clean up all these, smash them together. I'll worry about the mould lines a little bit later on. Right, just be back in a sec. Okay, I'm back. Told you a bit quick. Just gotta move some things about. Yeah. Okay. The heat has just got to me for a little while, that's all. Okay, right. What I'll also do is just because that's another spare piece. Just going to plug in a charger. I'm hoping it will reach. No, it won't reach. Plug it into a different charger. There we go. Should give it a bit more juice. All right. Okay, we're back. Right, so let's carry on with this. yeah, you only get one of these handles, so I am really apprehensive about having the option to hot swap these. I don't think you'll be able to. That's just my gut feeling. Not like the Tarantulas. Well, I say not like the Tarantulas, it's just the gun batteries. The missiles you can't hot swap. Yeah, and these heavy bolters, I need to use my drill to drill these barrels out. A fair bit of mould lines on these. But I'm glad they're all like one piece. That's the flip side. Yeah, just these tank tracks and things to do now, and then we'll attempt to put it together. Oh. As I say, there'll be a review of these, I think, Friday next week. Yeah. You have to wait a little bit longer, like a few more days for the review of the laser destroyers and the quad launcher rapiers. But in order of like build schedule for me, today it will be finish the drop pod, do a review of the drop pod and the tarantulas, and then the missile ones. Then build the other half of this. Then build the lasers. Well, laser and quad launcher. I'll build one of each. And then build the Duradio. Finally, I've got to the Duradio. I know it's been months. I'm definitely going for the Arachnus. I'd like to get a second one to get the Volkite, but that's long way into the distance, that one. I'm not a massive fan of that kit anyway. You know, the plastic Duradio. It's not as good as the resin one. You could say that about the Contemptors, really. And then it'd be the Arvis lighter. And hopefully I can build all of those things before Saturnine. It comes out in less than 2 weeks now. So in 2 weeks, my plan is to finish the drop pod, finish all the rapiers, build the Dreadio and the Arvis lighter. In a way, I'm looking forward to the Arvis lighter because I've always wanted one, just for like Solder Auxilio for my Inquisitor kind of force. And it's something different and new. Like, I've built plenty of Dreadnoughts, I've built plenty of Space Marines. It's very rare that I build any Imperial kits or flyers. Like, I enjoyed building the Solar Auxilia stuff. And I've still got another one of those box sets to build, along with Mechanicum, actually. Yeah, my backlog is pretty big. Right, that's all of those pieces prepared, kind of. So let's start gluing. Yeah, should really prepare that a little bit. How does this set feel? Also very cheap, like drop pods. No. Completely different, Sebastian. Completely different. Those drop pods are like a one-off. This kit is definitely made in England. A very good kit. You get your money's worth, I think. This is totally different. I mean, the Tarantulas are overpriced. You don't get much for your money, but they're decent plastic and you can build them quite quickly. But on the whole, the majority of the Horus Heresy stuff has been an absolute win. I've been very impressed by it all, really. Oh yeah, those drop pods are like a one-off. I wouldn't base everything. And this is the danger that I thought would happen, that people would see the drop pods, see that it's made in England, and then judge every single set afterwards on that kit. I said it would happen. And it shouldn't, but it could. Okay. I sort of want you to put these at the back. Yeah, oh, they go on quite well. Be wary of these mould lines before put those on though. Great. Yep. Yeah, thought that would just clip onto there. Oh, good. You're thinking of getting some Horus Heresy sets yourself, since Saturnine is very close. I think I'll get it. I'm a very big fan of Saturnine pattern since I saw Death of Heb. Oh, good. Yeah, Saturnine, it's coming. It's coming to the channel. The general release. I'm looking forward to making a load of content for you all with it. It's probably the biggest release of the year, really. Deathcore Creek was pretty big. Eldar was good with the Phoenix Lords. Emperor's Children was a big release. Space Wolves was a big release too. But yeah, this is the big one. 3 years. Can't believe it's been 3 years already. 2022. Seems like yesterday for me. 3 years. Cool. Yeah, we are going to commit to this handle. Bit tricky to glue it on though. You think you'll wait for my review? Oh, nice one, Sebastian. Oh, I appreciate that. Yeah, this is the thing. Hey, I would love to give you the reviews earlier, but yeah, they don't send me anything early for free, so fortunately they arrive when they arrive. But I do thank you for holding out. And that is the ammunition for the heavy bolter done. That's kind of what it looks like. So just a couple more things to prepare for the grav. Suppose we could. Can I? No, I'd rather do them separate. They might not even work anyway with this this setup. I mean, they want you to glue these on together first, so I think I will do that. It's like building small tanks, these. Oh, we could get some demolition tanks for solar auxilia. That'd be all right. So yeah, the way they're setting this up seems to be so that only goes in. Does it stay in? So they say don't glue the grav. You can move the heavy bolter. Okay. Right. So that will move up and down. Okay, that's cool. But you're still going to have to glue like the tracks, the sides of the that's bigger than I expected actually. It's quite cool. And that'll go on there. Yeah, these are thicker than I expected. With this ammunition on the back, like that looks quite good. But that'll all have to be glued on, you see. You can't hot swap it because you'd have to open up one of the sides to then swap the ammunition and swap the weapon. And this grav is like a plug and socket. There's a socket there that only like fits it in one way and one trajectory. So that's really annoying because it means that the heavy bolters you can aim tilt up and down, but the grav you can only have it at one angle, like straight ahead. So yeah, that does suck. It sucks that you can't interchange them, and it sucks that this is only one angle. Yeah. It's such a shame. It really is. I don't know how they could have done it. Like maybe have the turret rest in there, but then with a cowling over the top of the mechanism. So then when you rested a weapon on, it would cover up this bit like a sheath, and then you could potentially raise it and tilt it. I don't know what the answer is, but they haven't done it for this. So the heavy bolters are going to go on the back burner for this one, which I'm going to make with all these parts. And we're just going to crack on with the grav. Does the grav have the little antenna thing? Yeah, it does anyway. Yeah, of course it does. So that's part of the heavy bolter. These are those. Right, let's crack on with these. We're almost finished anyway, really. We've just got to do the tracks and a bit more cleanup. But at least we found that answer. I've got a feeling that the quad and the laser destroyer is going to be the same thing, same issue. Right. I mean, it's going to look awesome, but it just means that your options when you build this, you know, you're kind of limited. Are you going to go for the heavy bolters, or are you going to go for one of each, or are you going to go for dual grav? I mean, kind of like part of my Legion, I really should go for both grav. But for you guys, I'm going to go for one of each, because then at least it shows the differences. And I'll talk about the weapons rules for the ones that I've built. Hope you're all doing well, having a fantastic afternoon. Coming up to the end of the live stream. Just got to complete a few, tidy up a couple of the parts left, glue them together, and then we're done. I will be back next weekend. Yeah, I'll be back next weekend, Saturday evening. I don't have a clue what I'll be building. Probably a Doredio, actually. Bit random, I know, but still haven't built that Doredio with the Arachnus. Well, I hope you've been, you've been doing well with your painting. Still got a good half an hour or 40 minutes or so to go, I think. I want to do a good job on those tracks. I'm glad you're enjoying it. Right, let's just complete this grav cannon. So it looks like this goes underneath there. Don't know whether this is a stabilizer or part of the targeting. I think it's part of the targeting though. If I had to wonder what it was. And these just go on every. So 1, 2, 3. Do they go right at the edge or? No, they don't go right on the edge. So they go there, there, and there. Not on the top. So yeah, they just fall into place. Bish, bash, bosh. There we go. Nice aligned grav. That's that kind of done. So we've literally just got these tracks to do. Yeah. Give them a light file. They don't need too much. They're not that prominent. It's not like full-on tank tracks where you definitely need to spend a fair amount of time getting rid of the mold lines. The example I would use recently would be the Carachnos tank, the Mechanicum. You need to spend a good amount of time, or any of the Solar Auxilia tanks really. Hopefully we'll get some kind of rapier artillery unit, well, heavy weapons platform, I think, for Solar Auxilia. That would be pretty good. Or even for Deathcore. Right. Told you these would be quite quick to clean up. Yep, I've had a very enjoyable stream building the tarantulas, building these rapiers. But then later today, I've got to finish that drop pod on the left-hand side, the one closest to me. Spend a lot of that past 24 hours just filing. I'll be wearing a mask for that one though. I'm not going to make the same mistake. I woke up a little bit groggy. I'm not saying that was the reason, but seems like a coincidence. Right, so let's put these on. So we'll start off with the bottom, and they do have a 3-2 configuration. Okay, they go on something like that. So Interesting that part of these tracks are a bit hidden, a bit like a Land Raider at the front. Oh, that's terrible, that is. Super. Get rid of them. There we go. And then there's just this is the hidden bit. And it goes like that. No, it doesn't. It goes like that. Flush. At least I can watch some models being made. Yeah, can indeed. Right, so that's that. And then we just do the other one. So once again, oh, wrong way even. There we go, that's way better. Yeah, same issue here. Whoa, calm down there. Yeah. And the final track pad just goes in there. Ah, that went on much better than the other one. Definitely need to replace this Tamiya. I do have a spare one, but right, that's that piece. Very quickly then, we're going to put the grav cannon in. Actually, the antenna needs to go there, other way around. Very important piece. Now we put the cannon in. So they say don't glue it, but I'm not about that. I'm going to glue it. Just like I glue all my Lego models. I'm joking. Okay. And then we'll go like so. Got a nice solid base. The thing is, you can't move it up or down anyway. It's pointless. I want the ammunition on. Just goes onto this back bit here. And then this weight thing. I don't even know how this one would, okay, as you'd think. And then the final thing is just this blast shield, which has its own kind of cutout where it goes. I don't know, with you, it might be worth leaving this off for like painting. Purposes. I don't even know if that goes on like that. Might do. There you go, so that's the blast shield. Covers the front tracks a little bit more. And there you go. That is one of the rapiers. Of course, next thing that I'll be building, the other one will be just like this, but with the heavy bolters. So if you can imagine heavy bolters with something like that, and then that at the back, if you can imagine that, then yeah, I'm going to be building the other one like this. As much as I'd love to build the next one with the graviton, for the review I'll do one of each, and then that will just glue onto there, like so. It's quite big, bigger than I expected. I'm not sure whether these were as big as the old ones, the resin ones. For me, I feel like the older ones were smaller, but that that might just be me thinking that. So yeah, next thing I'm going to do later today, much later probably, is get my gas mask out and file the drop pod, finish the drop pod, do a review of the drop pod and tarantulas. Then after that, if I've got any time, I'll build the other, the final rapier, do a review of that, get all of that ready for next week. And throughout the week, I'll be building the other rapier unit. And then I think Saturday, the live stream will probably be one of the Doredios. It'll be this one, the Boreas. So you'll have a look at that new missile system, and I'll be building the Arachnus heavy las cannons, because yeah, I do like the Volkite, don't get me wrong, and I will get one with Volkite, but straight away, heavy las cannon. I've always wanted a heavy las cannon, so yeah. So that's my plans. Hopefully you've enjoyed all of these live streams past couple of days. And here's a question. If you ever did a subathon for an unbuilt kits, how long do you think you would last? Oh, you know what? That's a good question. For me, I think I could do a 24-hour build. I think I could build non-stop for 24 hours. But I would need toilet breaks. I would need food. So I'd be eating on stream. Like, if you're eating on stream, eating's cheating. I don't know. Is it possible? Yeah, that's a good. Yeah, I wouldn't mind doing that for charity. Any like donations go towards a charity. That would be cool. I don't know. I'd have to have a think about it. But yeah, I hope you've enjoyed all the content, and I'll be busy doing all of these reviews and things. And yeah, I'll speak to you in the next one. Thanks ever so much for joining me. Thanks for watching. The Emperor protects.